The greatest challenge we have in Nigeria is not leadership, it's not infrastructure, it's not lack of education. We believe that the greatest challenge we have as a nation is that we are not united. Nigeria is fractured beyond measure, and what is going on is that every ethnic group, every tribe, every politician is taking advantage of that fracture to gain cheap political goals, thereby leaving the average Nigeria unemployed, poor, and experiencing lack of development. We believe that if there is going to be any significant improvement in Nigeria, in our nation, we must first of all address the issue of unity. Without addressing the issue of unity, we cannot stand as a nation. Because when we address the issue of unity, then we can address the issue of national vision. You know, we always say in PowerShift that every nation you know today that is doing well and is successful have a dream. You will hear people, they will fondly talk about American dream. You will hear people talk about maybe a Singaporean dream or maybe the dream of China. In Nigeria, what is our dream? We have no dream. We are building nothing. And that is why it looks like every government starts and exists just for maybe ethnic interest or political interest, because we are building nothing as a nation. If we talk about Kano State or Enugu State or any state in Nigeria and you ask them what is their 50-year plan between now and the next 50 years, you will find it difficult for them to answer. Because we are not building on a plan, we are not building on a vision. And we can't have a vision unless we are united. We also believe that, yes, even though Nigeria was brought together based on British interests, we also need to sit together ourselves and determine our own destiny. Without doing that, we cannot forge forward as a nation. So on paper, Nigeria does not exist because we as a Nigerian people have not come together. When you go to America, for instance, you hear about the founding fathers. America have a founding document. It's from their founding document that they created their constitution. Where is the founding document of Nigeria? What is the basis of our existence? So if we sit on a table as Hausa, Igbo or Yoruba, what is the basis of sitting on the table and what do we want to actualize as a nation? It does not exist. And that is why we believe in PowerShift that we need to start that conversation. Conversation of revisiting the past, reconciliation. Then we can now say, okay, after that reconciliation, let's begin to rebuild the future for not just us, but for the unborn children.
So where do we start?
Through reconciliation. So the essence of the conversation here is to revisit the past and then reconcile, which we are going to also demonstrate here which is a symbol of what we are looking forward to experience as a nation. And then we believe that even from here, that conversation will continue on the need for us to have an understanding of why we exist as a nation. But most times when there is an issue of politics, when there is issue of who to vote, that's where the challenges begin to happen, because the politicians also take advantage.